Hello to my Cancers. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Cancers. Let's get right into it. Let's see what's going on in your cards. The moon has moved into Libra, and Libra is a relationship sign, not just romantic, but relationships of all kinds, right? But you want to make sure before you get into a personal or professional relationship that you've closed out other relationships in love, okay? High vibrational, right? So you don't want to be your own worst enemy. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. The polarity sign to Libra, which is the Justice card, which is Aries. So you don't want to be impulsively jumping into relationships in your personal or your professional. So impulsively jump into a job just because it's available, or they want to hire you on a spot. You want to take your time, think about it, or a love relationship for that matter, right? Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what is happening, or even friendships, right? Let's do it. Today will be better than I expect. Okay, so let's go. Let's see where we can start first. Okay, let's see where we're going to start out. All right, I see the death card at the bottom of the deck. So somebody's in the rebirth. So somebody's in the rebirth. Looks like you're on the rebirth side of something. So you've gone through some kind of a rebirth, right? So yeah, your whole way of thinking is rebirth side. So that lets me know that your thinking has gone from like when you don't really know what to expect. Your thinking has gone from maybe negative to positive, right? So like you're hopeful. Yeah, like you keep your vibrations high. Like when you're entering into relationships, like somebody is just hopeful. Somebody's like, you know what, I'm gonna keep my vibrations high. You know, like, well, let me give it, you know, like people who believe in love. Let me just, you know, I believe in love again. Like you hear people say that. Or, you know, I think this job is gonna work out. I'm gonna be optimistic about it, right? Or, you know, this friendship, I'm gonna be optimistic about it. So when you say today will be better than you expect, that's what I'm seeing here, right? Yeah, Two of Cups here. Yeah. So somebody feels really good about a kindred spirit here. hmm Connecting with someone. Kindred spirit does not always mean it's going to be a romantic situation, but somebody feels good about being in a soulmate kind of relationship. Like when you're meeting people, it just feels like, okay, you maybe traveled lifetimes together, right? Yeah. So here we have the Queen of Pentacles here. hmm So somebody may be meeting someone who is also psychic, somebody who is like you, down to earth, relatable. Um, Someone who knows their worth, someone who knows their value as well. Their moon sign may be Taurus. Somebody's moon sign may be Taurus. And I say that because of water, right? You could be meeting two people whose moon sign could be Taurus. Because here we have the Page of Swords here. I feel like you are an open book. You give a message that you're kind of an open, well, you give a message that you're an open book, gives people a lot of ideas about things, right? Here we have the Four of Pentacles here. Um, you may have given some people some ideas about something, right? Let me see what these two cards are. Here we have the Queen of Swords. So this could be a Scorpio involved in something. And then also Five of Wands here. So a lot of people are talking about something. There's the Queen of Swords here. hmm And then we have the Five of Wands here. Challenges, some kind of conflict. Maybe somebody feels like something is a competition, or, but a lot of people are talking about some things. Looks like. Let's see what else we got going on here. So I do see kindred spirit here in the cards. Soulmate energy. That energy could also be a oh, okay. So the Knight of Cups came out in reverse. Yeah, somebody is yeah. Somebody looks like from your past could say that you have like this like this overactive imagination, maybe fickle, unrealistic, moody, or jealous, right? Like you and somebody else could be that way. Like somebody could be saying that about you, but it's really them projecting themselves onto you, right? Because this is what somebody is saying. Okay, so this is what I'm picking up here. There's a younger person. So, okay, let me just say. So you could either you're in a relationship, you could be in a relationship with someone, you could be married or in a relationship with somebody, and it's like you were the one that was chosen. In other words, right? Because you were chosen. There are some people who are saying you are the one who is um, unrealistic. You're the one that's being unrealistic. You're moody. You're the one that's jealous. You're overactive. You have an overactive imagination. You're basically people are trying to project something onto you. Um, but yeah, your high priestess energy. I don't think so. I don't think you're trying to save anybody. Looking at your cards here, I'm talking to you wherever Cancer is in your birth chart. You're the I feel sign. You guys roll fourth house. Um, I don't think you're trying to. I don't think you're trying to save anyone, right? I don't think we don't have the power to save anyone. I don't care what your title and position is. Um, you can lead people to water, but you can't force people to drink it. You can lead people to something, but you can't force people to do anything, right? But it looks like um, some people saw you as competition from the beginning, anyway. And other people just gravitate towards your nurturing. You got to remember this: the moon started out in Cancer. People know how they feel. It goes whoever this energy is. They weren't looking to be necessarily saved. People just really gravitate towards your energy, whoever you are. You could be a step parent. You could be a teacher, a mentor, or the other parent. I mean, people just gravitate towards your energy. People know. Looking at your cards, but today will be better than you expect. You know, people just gravitate towards your energy. For anybody thinking that something is a competition, human beings have feelings. I'm not talking about robots here. Human beings have feelings, right? There's a six of cups. Something is nostalgic. So somebody feels very like good times when they're with you. You know, somebody feels like there's good times when they're with you. They feel like they just have good memories, you know, when they're with you. Um, they just have somebody just has a really, really lot of good memories with you. Just being in the house with you, being around you. I don't feel like you were trying to save anybody. It just feels like they wish they had not walked away from you. And again, I got to reiterate something. We're not talking about necessarily. It doesn't necessarily mean like romantic relationship. It could just mean somebody doesn't feel like you're the enemy. In other words, remember, seventh house could also be enemy. Somebody just really likes your flow, how your water flows, how your emotions flow. Um, yeah, so something has been a nightmare for someone. Yeah, something has just been a nightmare for someone. Could have been for you and someone else, but something has just been a nightmare. You weren't trying to save anybody, but something new is being created. Someone was in a very poisonous environment, very unhealthy environment, or just around people, you know, where There could have been drinking going on, could have been a lot of, use of profanity, whatever is going on. People could have grown up around that kind of mess. But something about you is, something about being around your energy is just feels like home. You know how cancers, and I'm talking about high vibrating cancers. Y'all know what I'm talking about when you tune into this channel here, right? You're not the one that sees somebody as competition. Like when we're talking about relationships here, somebody just feels like at peace with you. Something about you just feels like at peace, right? Something about your nurturing skill, whether you're a man or a woman, just feels very rich. It's not about how much money you have in your bank account. Something about your energy just feels like home for some people. And some people like to just play games. That's not your frequency. Some people just feel like something is their way or the highway, and something about the way you're structured just is just really aligning with people. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like people gravitate towards Cancer. People say, you know, it could be the way you tell jokes. It could be the way you cook. It could be the way you keep your house. It could be just like something about your energy is very magnetic to people, to kids and pets. Like I said, I don't feel like you're trying to save anybody. It's just your energy. It's just your natural energy, right? And so somebody's just being shady, like it's a competition. It's not a competition at all. Somebody saw you as a rival from day one. So they may be trying to retaliate. You don't have anything to worry about. You're a prayer warrior. Yeah, something is closed out. Something is closed out. It's a fire sign. They fire. Hot fish grease mad is something. So because they're having some kind of a total recall, as if like it's a teenage competition somewhere, and it's really, really not. It's really, really not. They thinking it's some kind of competition. So yeah. Here's a justice card. Yeah, they did something. They did something behind your back, and so now something is being exposed. They did something behind your back, and with an organization. And so, what I'm looking at here is that justice is in your favor. You in someone's favor. They did something behind your back. I think in a previous reading, I said something was going to be reversed, something is going to be overturned, something is going to be something. Yeah, yeah, something has come to an end. Something was done behind your back, and people thought you were never going to find out about something. Something that brought some kind of disharmony into you and someone else's life. Somebody thought you were never going to find out about something. So, but you did. Your intuition, and it made somebody feel worthless, right? Made somebody feel worthless because they felt like they had the key to your heart, or they felt like they had the key to, getting in. Like they felt like they had access to you. When I say key to your heart or access to you, right? And something that somebody was told to do is just very cold hearted. As much as I talk about cancers are being sweethearts, somebody felt like they had a really good, healthy relationship with you. And so somebody who saw you as a rival, who was very cold hearted towards you, two energies, like I said, did something, wanted somebody to do something to you that was very cold hearted. I mean, that could have been somebody who was jealous because they wanted to be a part of something that you were doing. If you're a mentor or an educator, or the other parent or a step parent or whatever the case may be, to use somebody else who already felt bad. It's like, okay, oh, I'm around somebody who actually cares, somebody who actually is nurturing, somebody who actually likes to have fun, and that already made somebody feel bad. And then the fact that here you are thriving. Somebody just wanted to just, stick a sword. Two energies want to stick a sword in your back. Mm-mm. Because you're thriving, they want to end that for you. But no, that's what keeping your vibrations high. Love wins. I'm telling y'all, love wins. Love wins. Anything else, swords? Anything else, swords? Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, somebody thinks something is a game when it comes to, how much of a kind heart you are. It's not a game for you. Something is not a game. Yeah. You're people's guardian angel. Like for real, you see things from a higher frequency. Something's not a game for you in just terms of how you're a sweetheart. So I do see somebody in a very loving relationship. If you're single, something has come out of you in being, if you're okay, let me just put it this way. If you are if you are newly single, I don't see somebody rushing into a relationship. Let me just put it that way. I don't see you rushing into a relationship because um, I feel like somebody is really kind of sort of taking their time because it seems like there could be a younger person coming to you, right? So I feel like you're really pouring into them because they already feel bad enough. And so I feel like you're pouring confidence into them, like really helping them to kind of like raise their frequency, like really, really helping them to kind of sort of just really pouring into them. And just, you're not trying to save anybody. Again, you're leading people to water. It's up to them to drink. In other words, some of the same things that we talk about on the channel is just like, okay, your moon sign, this is how you're going to pour into yourself, and just letting them get stronger and stronger and stronger, doing things that just a little more to tailor to them, whoever they are. So if you're a step parent, or I don't necessarily like saying step parent, maybe a bonus parent or something like that. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all get the point. Mentor, educator, or something like that. I think everybody, if you're a teacher or an educator, I think everybody had a favorite teacher. That don't mean that you know what I'm saying? That don't mean that the other teachers were horrible. With some, you could just tell. I mean, some people, everybody gravitate towards whoever they like most. But yeah, people are asking why, what's going on, what's the motive, this kind of thing. But guess what? You're thriving. See, this Ten of Swords is not the regular Ten of Swords where a person is lying down with 10 swords stabbed in their back, bleeding out somewhere. This not you behind closed doors. You behind closed doors thriving, literally thriving, right? And um, people are talking about you were having nightmares and this and that and so on and so forth, but you're actually thriving. So whoever's talking about you having nightmares, like I said, you've made so many sacrifices, it's not even funny. So people just trying to, like I said, you got people who see you as competition, familiar spirits that's trying to, rival you in some way, shape, or fashion. Just these are just somebody's neighbors. Just somebody's neighbors listening in, recording every little thing, being messy, connected with an organization, whatever, trying to be messy. Bottom line is that it was never a competition. It was never a competition. You're you and whoever is who is whatever. So this is the King of Wands here, right? So you're seeing something from a higher frequency, and this triangulation here. You made a lot of, and somebody actually has your back. Your ancestors have your back, and somebody else has your back as well, right? Somebody else has your back as well. So I do see a group of energies around you. I do see somebody in a divine connection, a group of energies who really, really has your back with this soulmate energy here. So keep on being your high vibrational self. Um, Looking at your cards here, whoever you are. Um, but yeah, like I said, today will be better than you expect. Um, Something just seems like it's something just seems like it's a bunch of drama. That's what it just seemed like. It's something just seems like a bunch of just drama, unnecessary drama. There's an Aries in the middle of something. Um, and that was the first card in the major arcana. So maybe there's an Aries that's playing a major role, that's playing a lot of games, that's like playing a chess game of something of sorts here, that somebody could be in a relationship with, that plays some kind of role in doing something behind somebody's back with a Taurus or two Taurus, that somebody may not know anything about. So could be a Taurus water sign. I mean, water sign, a Taurus moon sign here. And it could be a jealous Taurus, and someone's like they were saving a day or doing something. you know, but somebody is going to see something from a higher frequency of all the sacrifices, you know, that were made in the situation. But yeah, something is making somebody feel worthless. Something is making somebody feel worthless about a situation. But yeah, so somebody is looking at something through a lens, but yeah, somebody's looking at something, but today will be better than you expect. Yeah, but something is heartbreaking. Something is really, really heartbreaking. But so it's saying get rest, get rest, get some rest. You know, get some rest. But yeah, I don't see you necessarily saving anybody. Looking at the cards here, but let's see what else we have going on here. But I do see somebody sort of being independent, and seeing something from a higher frequency. Um, that's what I'm seeing here. Um, hmm What else we got going on here with the cards? Because there's a lot of overthinking here. You could be overthinking something, Cancer. hmm Yep, you could be overthinking something. Something looks like for sure was a poisonous environment. Yeah, something for sure was a really, really poisonous environment. hmm Here's the Seven of Cups here. Yeah, something was a poisonous environment for two people growing up. So poisonous environment could be anything. It could have been like a lot of drinking going around. Going on. People could have been using profanity. Could have been poisonous in that regard. In that, in that regard, could have been poisonous. Um, yeah. But I feel like you are an open book. I feel like you are down to earth and relatable. Um, I do see you as a person who is thriving, and so yeah, there are going to be some people who, like I said, who may think that you need to get some rest. But what people see, looking at your cards here, there's an Aries that's playing something. Yeah, two Aries here. But see, you are looking at your cards here. You are very structured. Looking at your cards, you're very structured and very authoritative. And I do feel like that you do respect, because that's what Emperor card really is about: respecting fatherhood and being strategic and planning and control and authoritative figures and those kind of things. And I feel like you do respect father figures, whoever you are. I definitely feel like you respect father figures. Matter of fact, anybody who's trying to project something onto you, yeah, that would be them playing games. I don't feel like that's you at all. I don't feel like that's you at all. So, yep. So, anyway, here we have Knight of Pentacles here. So I feel like you're a very hardworking person. Looking at your cards here, um, I feel like you and someone are very conservative with your time. Mm-hmm. It looks like you and someone are very conservative with your time. Um, there's a Capricorn involved in here. There's a um, Taurus moon. There's a Pisces and a Taurus, or a Taurus who has psychic abilities. Hmm. Capricorn and Leo. There's a lot of energies in here. There's a lot going on in this. There's a lot going on in your reading. A lot. Um, yeah. There's a jealous Pisces and a jealous Leo involved in something, because something with them is upside down. That card came out in reverse. Um, and they could be kindred spirits, right? But they're jealous. It's those two energies are jealous of you, whoever you are. And so they created something that, for someone that you love or someone that you help to pour into, um, something in them just kind of just was unalived, like almost like just kind of like, like somebody just says, you know what, they don't want to do something anymore. Like a person says, you know what, I just don't want to, like we're talking about creativity. You know what, I don't want to learn how to play an instrument anymore. They just take the fun out of everything, right? Sometimes you just being around certain people, they just take the fun out of everything, right? They rather be with you. That's what this is. And it's not, that's what I'm saying. Something is not a competition. Like somebody's trying to be you, but they're not you, right? So that's what this is in terms of relationships. So somebody's seeing you as a rival. I mean, that's not even, I mean, they being shady and all this, but anyway, something is closed out. Something is closed out. You got some energies that's jealous of you. There's just a lot of conversation going on. So remember, we got quite a few planets that are going retrograde in Aries. It's 3 planets that's going retrograde in Aries. Neptune is one. This is the hangman right here. You might feel like they were going to hang you out to dry, after all the sacrifices that you made. If you're a mentor or a parent or an educator or something, could have been, a student's parent who felt like, oh, their child is getting too close to you. You're too nurturing, whatever. They're going to hang you out to dry. And so you're cutting ties with whoever that is, right? You still got to do your job, because I'm seeing you being structured and organized. Um, if you're like a bonus parent or something like that, just protect your energy anyway, whatever. Just protect your energy, because you're dealing with Knight of Cups in reverse, and that's jealous energy. You're dealing with 2 jealous energies. That's what you're dealing with. They did something that just took the fun out of something for somebody. They don't even want to be bothered with them. So here's the Page of Pentacles here. So all for a whole new lease on life. All for something, for these energies that have a new lease on life. It just took the fun out of something altogether. So that's where it is in terms of relationships. So your reading is more around like maybe spiritual justice or something like here, because I'm saying justice, and you being structured in your reading. But as far as 2 Aries are concerned, you're seeing something from a higher frequency. Something is like so rushed for somebody, like in a creative process. Um, it's somebody just feel like they were emptied out, and they just, you know, people doing stuff behind people's backs. Especially when you feel like loved ones, you have their backs and people doing stuff behind. Something is just, somebody just feels like two energies just feel like, okay, people take the fun out of stuff, you know, take the fun out of relationships, family relationships or connections. They take the fun out of everything. So that's what this is. But you were the one that was chosen. So here we have 8 of Pentacles. In hindsight, somebody wish they had just walked away from something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so something was done, whether it's in physical court or spiritual court, behind people's backs. Yeah. So, take the fun out of something. Mm-hmm. So like I said, today will be better than you expect. Here's a five of swords here. 8, 9. Yeah, something has kind of been a nightmare. Something has, I can't even say kind of, something has just been a nightmare. 2 situations have just been a nightmare. Somebody has been having nightmares, and something has just been a nightmare. Something has just been a nightmare. Yeah. So I feel like the message that somebody may need to just go back to school. Page of Pentacles came out twice. Yeah, 2 people may maybe just going back to school. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I see you planning a vacation. I see you planning some kind of a vacation. The pause is the shift. Your past is now behind you. All you desire is right in front of you. Pause to reconnect with your power and follow the pull of your destiny. Follow the pull of your destiny. The beginning. There is still time to adjust or start over. Feel life flowing freely through your being. All your wishes can come true in the creative potential of a new beginning. Pursue happiness. Never apologize for what brings you joy. Only you understand where you truly belong and where you can find your safe space. Follow your bliss. So, looking at your cards here, um, yeah, I feel like somebody chose you. I mean, that's all I can. I mean, for you, I don't feel like something was a competition. I don't even, looking at your cards here, this is not a love relationship. Just so this is not a romantic relationship. I can see this because the Knight of Cups is in reverse. This is not a romantic relationship at all. Matter of fact, I don't think somebody wants to be in a romantic relationship. I feel like looking here, you had a feeling about something. This is what I'm picking up for you, for somebody. You had a feeling about something, right? What else we got going on here? So yeah, so it's gonna be a whole new lease on life for you and somebody else. Yeah. Hmm. There was definitely, there's a Taurus involved in something with a Capricorn, with a Taurus moon, where somebody was feeling really like, feel like they had the key to something, but somebody was feeling worthless. Um, But yeah, two people are, you know, having a whole new lease on life. Two people are having a whole new lease on life. So, all right. But you and somebody initiated something, right? Behind someone's back. But this is a good initiating something. So again, today will be better than you expect. But where there is hope, don't believe that the past defeats or disappointments will keep you from succeeding. True success grows from the lessons. A hopeful heart never gives up. So you and somebody are prayer warriors. So raise the bar. When you set higher standards for the people and situations in your life, you create space for new levels of joy and abundance. Rise above old patterns. I keep trying to tell cancers, like, keep being high vibrational cancers, because um as things are balancing out in the universe, remember Pluto is retrograde. Pluto is the judgment card. It's the outermost planet. It's the outermost planet. It's a generational planet. And it's in Aquarius, which is a humanitarian zodiac sign. So with innovation, technology, future, which Aquarius rules the 11th house, it's balancing things out for everybody to become better humanitarians. This is a generational planet here. Neptune is a generational planet. It's going to go retrograde July 4th in Aries, this sign right here. And so people are going to assume, like, jump to conclusions about things, like make impulsive decisions, or either get structured, you know, and they're prayer warrior. And so it looks like you and somebody are prayer warriors. You see things from a higher frequency. Um, And so, yeah, today will be better than you expect. So no pressure. When you want more, don't push yourself or others to get more. Give more of your pure, genuine self, and life will immediately and effortlessly match it. Yeah, so that is what I have. Let's see. Let's look at the chakra card here. So let's see what chakra comes out. Okay, sacral chakra. Okay. So create with your brain, with your right brain. So draw a self-portrait. If you have a mirror handy, or a portrait of someone else. Pro tip: pets make excellent right brain subjects. So if you have a pet, great. If you don't worry about it. But only use your right brain to do it. So how? By only looking at the subject and not the paper. So no peeking. When you do this, you'll stop your left brain from piping up with critiques, judgments, and any other get in your head suggestions. So you might be surprised how quickly and easily your right brain cranks out a fun, playful Picasso rivaling portrait. Yeah. So yeah, this may even work if you have like a picture of a pet, right? Not even an actual. If you don't have an actual pet, maybe even a picture of a pet, and you try to, you know, use your right brain for that. But yeah, two energies gonna have a whole new lease on life, maybe going to school, or, you know, something like that. But you and somebody are prayer warriors. Let's see here. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, it's like you're wishing somebody the best, you know, in their friendships. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. And I think that is it. Like in terms of relationships. But yeah, so sources saying hang in there. Yeah, hopefully this is it. But yeah, that's seventh house. Seventh house. The moon is moving into Libra. So this video is for like 3rd/4th of July into, it's pushing us right into full moon, which is on the 10th. So all right, see you in the next video. Bye.